Hey, what is going on, Pisces? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. You know, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, join our community. Everyone is welcome. And like I said before, always feel free to comment down below. You got something to say it. I want to hear it. I am going to be using the Runic Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Pisces for May 2024? Let me see for Pisces for May 2024. All right, Pisces. So the first thing I see, Pisces, I feel like there's someone that's already in your life. And I feel like with this person, you know, I feel like this is someone that you think about all the time. You know, you think about them and only them. And I feel like this is someone that you feel incredibly connected to, like in a very deep way. And it's not like any other connection that you've known. You know, there's just something different about this person. There's something that, I mean, I think that when we meet the right person, we're just automatically feel this different energy. And it may not be clear exactly what that energy entails, but I feel like you feel it. You know, you know there's something about this person that you just can't seem to shake. But I feel like with this person, I feel like we, you know, you feel this way when you're around this person. I mean, you see the future with them. You know, your intuition is telling you this could very well be the one. And I feel like with that, that's where the kind of problem lies, is you feel it. You know, undoubtedly you feel this way with this person. Your intuition is telling you there's something that we need to know about this connection. That it's not like any other connection you've ever felt. You know, this person is not like anyone you've ever met before. And the way they make you feel, you know, it's the way they look at you. It's the way you communicate with each other. It's just a deeper understanding. But I feel like there's some anxious energy there as well. You know, I feel like it's easy to see the negative with the way this is going. You know, not being able to see the positive because the negative is so clear. You know, I feel like we're not getting the communication that we should be. You know, it's like this person, it almost feels like this person is very hot and cold. You have this connection with this person, but we have the Five of Pentacles. It's that hot and cold energy. Like everything feels right except for this person isn't. It's like they're not accepting this, or they're not acknowledging it, or maybe they just don't feel it. And I feel like that's the way this is kind of feeling your way through it. It's like the energy is much different than the action. I feel like what you want from this person. You know that you want them. There's just something about them that's completely different, but also completely familiar. This is what you've been waiting for. And as we move forward, we start to realize there's no walking away from this. This is the ship you've been waiting for. The ship has finally come in. And that's how you feel like this is the one. This is the one you've been waiting for. This is what all those, this is the end of all those lonely nights. It's the end of, being alone and feeling alone. It's someone that appreciates you and someone that makes you feel warm inside. Someone that makes you feel comfortable and loved. And that's all this energy that you're feeling. But like I said, that's what the feeling is, but the actions don't meet it. And the reason why the actions don't meet it is because I feel like this person, has a hard time accepting it. I mean, with this person, what you don't know, what you're not seeing, what's right in front of you, as I feel like this person's been hiding their true feelings for you. I feel like you may second guess the feelings that's going on here. Sometimes when we feel a certain way for someone and we don't get it reciprocated, we start to think, am I the only one that feels this way? Am I the only one that wants this? Am I delusional? I mean, all these thoughts start rambling through your brain. But trust your intuition. Pisces, you're the most intuitive, one of the most intuitive signs there is, if not the most. Always trust your intuition. Like I said, this person, how they feel about you will shock the shit out of you. The one that you want, the one that feels like the one, I feel like is. I just feel like they have fear. They're afraid. They're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of opening up. And I mean, I feel like, with this moon card, there's all these things coming up. The deeper they feel for you, the more these feelings come up. These feelings they're not used to having. It's holding them back. It's not so much a self-sabotaging energy. It's more of a self-preservation energy is what I'm feeling. They have a hard time admitting how they feel. Very defensive about them. They're defending themselves. Because they've never felt this way about anyone. The more they start to understand it and accept it, they start to see, you're the person that they want to spend the rest of their life with. And that scares the shit out of them because they have no idea where you stand on it. They're afraid. They're afraid of jumping alone. They feel like they finally met the person they were meant to meet, and they're so afraid that they're going to lose you. They're so afraid that it's almost like they're keeping their feelings in this self-imposed prison. I mean, this defensive energy. And then we have the Eight of Wands, or Eight of Swords, that self-imposed prison. The reason you're not feeling or seeing the action is because they're hiding it away. They don't want. They're not going to move quickly on this. That's one thing I am going to tell you. This is not a quick moving energy. I feel like they are overcoming the fear, and I feel like they are. I mean, they're not walking away from this. That's absolutely clear. With that Eight of Cups in reverse, they don't want to walk away from this. That isn't even an option that crossed their mind. They're just afraid of jumping into the fire. They're afraid they're going to get burned. They've never felt this way. It's never felt so real. And trust me when I say this, some people feel something like this and they're all in. All in. And it's not that this person isn't. I just feel like they're scared shitless. They're scared shitless that you are everything they want and you could be taken away. They could lose you. There's this overwhelming fear in this person. They want to scream. I mean, they want to tell you. They want to scream it from the rooftops. The love that they have for you, because this person truly, they're truly in love with you. And that's clear to me. And I feel like that will shock you, because I feel like there's moments when you feel like you might have been in this alone. And you're not alone. And you never have to be. We have new love and we have that lovers. This is a deep connection. And I feel like what is holding them back isn't going to hold them back forever. It absolutely is never, nothing's going to stop this from moving forward. We have the Chariot, forward movement. This is meant to move forward. This person is going to find balance in this situation. And I feel like it's their love for you is inspiring. It's inspiring. It inspires them. It motivates them. And I feel like as they start to trust themselves, as they start to trust this connection, you will start to see this huge transformation in this person. You'll see this person open up. You'll see this person accepting your love. I feel like their imagination is getting the best of them right now. Their imagination is getting the best of them. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like they're overthinking the shit of this, but what's really causing the delay here, this internal struggle that's going on within them, the biggest thing is their fear of taking that shot and missing. They don't want to lose you. They can't imagine life without you. But like I said, as we move forward, once that we establish that trust, and it is coming, it's slow and steady, but it is coming. Trust your intuition on this one, Pisces, because I feel like the payoff is going to be massive. This is the one you've been waiting for. They've been waiting for you just as long. And like I said, their imagination is getting the best of them. I feel like there's fear. There's fear that they'll commit and get hurt. And there is some commitment issues with this person, but it isn't stopping them. It won't stop them. It can't stop them. This is too much. This is too deep. You're too connected. This is one of the deepest connections I've ever seen. You're connected on a level that goes way deeper than just your average connection. And that's why I say I feel like this is your soulmate. This is the person you've been waiting for. But as long as their imagination, like I said, I keep going back to the imagination because I keep feeling like this person keeps picturing the worst case scenarios in their head. But as they start to establish that trust, as they start trusting themselves and trusting their feelings for you, I feel like those little stories that they have in their head, or that imagination starts going away, or at least a negative imagination. They start, I do feel like this person's outlook on this is going to change dramatically. We have the Death card, huge transformation. We have the Sun card as well. I see a lot of happiness, and I feel like with this person, one of the things I feel like they're afraid of moving too quickly. They're afraid of jumping too quickly. I just keep getting that. I feel like they've always made stupid, impulsive decisions. And with this, they don't want to be impulsive. They don't want to rush it. But they're not going anywhere, Pisces. It's not like there's an expiry date here, because I don't see one. But what I do see as that future outcome is that Empress meeting that Emperor, the King meeting the Queen, the King and King, Queen and Queen, whatever dynamic it is. I just feel you meeting your partner, that person you stand side by side through all the good, the bad, the ugly of life, standing there together, standing on top of that empire you've built together. And that's why I say it's going to be, it sure as hell is worth the wait. You know, and like I said, I feel like you may question if you're in this alone, but the person that you want, Pisces, they want you just as bad, just as much. You're not in this alone. If you knew now what I'm seeing, you'd never question it. You know, there is this internal struggle going on within them. So I mean, that's that hot and cold energy. I get where it can throw you off. But like I said, this person doesn't want to make that mistake. You know, they're not they're afraid, but they're not scared. And the difference is, being scared, you be scared away. They're afraid, but they're not going anywhere. You know, they will be there for you when you need them. They will show up. They will put in the work. They got your back from this day to the last. Like I said, this is very intense, and it's a very deep connection. I mean, honestly, I've never seen a connection this deep. And very soon you will see it too. I mean, you feel it already. But feeling it and seeing it, because seeing is believing, right? With this person, like I said, we have a lot of fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have some air, some Gemini, some Aquarius. We got Cancer, Scorpio. We got some Pisces as well. That's the thing in life. It's love can hit us in different ways. It can hit two different people in two completely different ways. That doesn't mean it's not real for both of them. I've been in this relationship for almost 15 years, and we had some breakups and stuff because, and part of the reason is early on I had a hard time acknowledging my true feelings, because I had this stupid mentality that if I tell someone that I love them and I show them and I give them everything, that when they leave, they'll take everything. They'll have me. I'll be vulnerable. Being in love isn't, truly loving someone is completely opening up yourself. But for some people, it can be a very, very scary thing. Especially like with me in my history, never had a lot of love growing up. With my family, never really felt love. My family doesn't. My parents were good parents that took care of me, but I never felt love. My brothers and sisters, and none of us ever told each other we loved them. And I mean, my parents did a pretty good job, I think, but my dad is the most unloving person I've ever met. He doesn't show you love. He doesn't tell you he loves you. You know, it's either you can do stuff for him, and if you can't, what good are you to him? And that's just always the way I felt. I felt like I was never enough. And when you feel that way your whole life, and then you meet someone that, you know, just wants you to show them, you feel like you can't, because you tried for so long with certain people, and you keep failing. So your thought process is, if I try with this person, I'm going to fail. But then as you grow and open up as a person and you let love in, you start to realize that all that issue that I had as a child and growing up, that wasn't my issue. That was his. You know, sometimes you think you're incapable of being loved. So when you love someone, it's scary as shit, because you're feeling like they can't love you back, because you can't accept love. You're not lovable, or you're unlovable. And I felt that way for a long time. You know, that's one of the things this journey has opened up for me more than anything. I feel the love from all these people, and you know, all you guys out there just give me all this love, and I couldn't love you anymore. I couldn't. I probably could. Maybe I couldn't. But I do. I truly love each and every one of you. You know, you inspire me, and one of my biggest fears when doing YouTube was, you know, because you see all the trolls, and you see all the mean things people say on YouTube, and you know, I just got to see a different side with my channel. I get to see love, and that's what I say when I say, if you want, you know, be part of something, be part of this community. We're all about the love. You know, there's enough hate out there. But I grew up, like I said, not to get off track, but the relevance to the reading is the fact that some people have a hard time accepting love. It doesn't mean they don't want it. It damn sure doesn't mean they don't want it. It just means that they haven't really received any of it. You know, if you grow up in a loving family, you know, all about love, hugs, and, you know, texts, and them saying they love you, and sending you birthday cards, and, you know, calling you up every day. And if you grew up in that, love is easier for you. You know, it's easier for you to accept because it's comfortable. When you grow up in a situation where love wasn't that comfortable, it wasn't that accessible, you know, sometimes, like I said, with this person, the imagination is playing tricks on them. You know, we have those thoughts, and I had those thoughts when I first met my partner. When we first met, me and her, I didn't know if I could trust her. I didn't know if I could trust anybody. How do you trust someone with everything you have? But you learn it, and it was slow and steady. And I feel like she won. She got the payoff. So, I mean, love just comes easier. Accepting love comes easier to some people than others. Doesn't mean, you know. But one thing I will tell you is, because I never experienced love, and because I never really had a lot of love, when I finally got to the place where I could open up, I had this surplus of love to give. You know, it's like I saved it all up for that one person and my kids, obviously, but I feel like I've changed so much. I've evolved. Everybody has the same amount of love in them. I truly believe that. But if you lock it away for a long time, it's almost like a savings account. When you finally open it up, you get the dividends as well. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.